last fucking video. But y'all see my last video with the Switch 2. We doing this shit again. I said in the last Switch 2 video, they gave us bare minimum. They gave us bare minimum for the Switch 2, right? I was like, all right, cool. Y'all giving us bare minimum? Cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I truthfully didn't sit well with me. I said that I'm cool, but it didn't sit well with me because it was bare minimum. It didn't sit well with me. I'm not gonna hold you. Can't even lie. It didn't sit well with me, but that they were literally saying, hey guys, here's bare minimum. Accept it like it's something that we should be basically, yeah. Like, why would you make a whole fucking, like, they planned the date and everything. It was a whole date tied into they're about to tell us about the Switch 2. They're about to tell us about the Switch 2. They're about to tell us about the Switch 2. And all they had to say was that it was backwards compatible. That should have been the fucking red flag to everybody on the Nintendo side. That people that really fuck with Nintendo. You know what I mean? That go hard for Nintendo. But you know what they was going hard on? Telling me in my comment section why you need to just wait. You're just doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You need to just wait. I'm doing too much because I care about the fucking product that you fucking gonna buy in bulk, nigga. You gonna buy these fucking $90 games. You gonna buy these motherfucking Switch 2. You gonna buy the limited edition. You're gonna buy the 90 fucking physical. They're making you pay more for physical copies. Remember what I said in the last video? Remember what I said what you should get? The Steam Deck? I'm gonna say it because nobody else saying it. Get the Steam Deck because nigga, they pirated the fucking Switch games. Get it. Get it, nigga. Because at this point, it makes no sense why you would buy the Switch 2 when you know for a fact that, first of all, it's been maybe 3 games that's exclusive, right? But I know y'all gonna just wait. You keep waiting to get fucked. I don't understand that shit. You keep waiting to get fucked. That's what it seemed like to me. I'm gonna let Munch Critical go into the details of this shit because he explains it better than I can. But I said this in the last video. I said that they had nothing to show us. I said they had nothing to show us. Now, I didn't know that they would fuck us at the end of it because the show was good. The showcase of the games was actually good. I'm not gonna hold you. I like the games that they showcased. Now, it was bullshit because a lot of the games they showcased was games that we already been playing on the Switch. On the fucking OLED. We can play these games on the fucking original basic model, basic bitch ass Switch model. We can play those games on that motherfucker. So, a lot of the games that they showcased on this Switch 2 preview, we've been playing it already. It's again bullshit. But I said, cool, it is what it is. How much the price? That's what I was looking at. How much the price? I would be more understandable of the price of the fucking actual console being exorbitant, like maybe $700 to $800. I would understand it, right? Because if you're getting a brand new fucking system, they don't understand how they're fucking themselves really badly with the fact that the base model of the system is being cheapened. Because you know that they're going to come out. This is the thing that I was talking about with my boys in Discord. They're going to come out with a fucking Switch 2 Lite, the little mini Switch 2 Lite. They're going to come out with a Switch 2 OLED, mind you, because it's going to have to be a bigger screen, less bezel on the screen. They're going to probably have better fucking, and the controllers are $90. The controllers of the basic fucking Switch is $75. And you know for a fact that this shit is gonna fucking tilt some way, either way, left and right, within the next 3 months. You know it's gonna break down on you. And that's directly from the fucking parent company of Nintendo. You're literally buying that plus the tax, probably $80-something. And you know for a fact that this shit is gonna be faulty within the next 3 to 6 months, probably. You're still taking a chance. That's why people buy the fucking knockoffs. Again, speaking of knockoffs, that's why I say get the Steam Deck. Get the Steam Deck. You can get the fucking NCA, get the NCP or whatever you call it, the Nintendo Switch, NSP, Nintendo Switch, fucking put that shit in fucking Steam Deck. That's why they hate Steam Deck, because you have the ability to do that shit. They hate PC people in general. But you have the, once I got on the PC wave, I said, a whole new world. I just don't understand how people was literally trying to come at me. And I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all, everybody's saying, let me chill. I'm doing too much. All right, I'm gonna sit back. I just shut the fuck up. I just shut the fuck up. It's like, I hear you. I hear you about me being patient, but this wasn't necessary for a big, extravagant fucking commercial that everybody was waiting for. They had people in the chat waiting for this fucking big ass extravagant fucking just to tell us it was backwards compatible. That let me know right then and there they don't have shit for us. You know what they got for you? There you go. You know what they got for your ass? A fucking mouse. They got a fucking mouse for your ass. Don't play this shit. Okay,
If hating Nintendo was a sport, I'd be the Michael Jordan of it. For years,
I don't hate Nintendo. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I don't hate Nintendo. I don't. I do hate the bullshit. You can't bullshit the bullshit, bro. That's one thing my grandfather told me before he passed away. And you know what? The bullshitting has passed down to die. To die. And you can't bullshit the bullshitter, bro. That was bullshit. And the showcase was good. But this shit out there, just listen to him. He explains it better than me.
Tomatoes at this company for a variety of reasons. And today, I feel so vindicated after all the
This shit was fucking crazy.
announcements. Now, first things first, the games they showed look incredible. I was actually
I agree.
salivating
I
and
agree.
ready to make a whole video glazing Nintendo for how hype the announcements were.
I ain't gonna be blazing, you feel me? Because it wasn't that big of a deal. It was basically games that you can play on your Nintendo Switch. Just gonna be honest with you. They got the From Software game, Donkey Kong Odyssey, 'cause that's exactly what it is. Donkey Kong mixed with Mario Odyssey. And then they got the Mario Kart World shit, and maybe the Jamboree, but nobody really plays Mario Party because niggas ain't really, let's go over my friend's house to play Mario Party. Yay! Like, nobody really, and the people that do have that type of interaction with that game system, they play it maybe one time out the fucking month, maybe one time out the year. You feel me? It's not that.
Game, the Dust Bloods, that came out of nowhere. And we finally got a couple of tiddly.
The FromSoft game do look like it could be good, but it was the FromSoft game was given too much of a Nier Automata vibe. It wasn't really FromSoft. The bosses looked like they was from Nier Automata. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They was kind of like they wasn't hitting the way they should be hitting. Is all I'm saying. They wasn't hitting like no Dark Souls, Elden Ring type shit. You feel me? But it is what it is.
Little messages of Silk Song. It was only 6 seconds worth of footage, but Silk Song got a release date this year. Those are two things I see.
People been talking about that game.
FromSoft reveal and Silk Song information.
People
I
been
saw
talking about that
never happened at a Nintendo Direct or anything. And then bang, right in my fucking pussy, Nintendo comes in and smokes my whole wiener with this. As is tradition, anytime I make predictions about games, or really anything, any of my predictions, I'm 0 for 2000. I actually feel like when I make a prediction, I am jinxing it and manifesting the opposite into reality. So actually, I think a lot of people should thank me for these predictions, because I feel like if I never said anything, we would not see anything from Silksong, nor would there even be a new FromSoft title. I'm just saying. But amazing announcements. Even aside from those, there were just so many cool things that they showed at the Nintendo Direct. And then immediately after it ends, while they're still riding this high, they have all this hype, they hit everyone with the cold water. They give so much bad news about the Switch 2, from the pricing to the way physical copies are treated, and all of it completely ruined everyone's excitement. It was a masterclass in how to take the wind out of your own sails. It was just deflating.
It was bad, y'all. It was fucking bad. It was bad. Because I literally left it saying, that wasn't that bad. That was okay. Maybe I was tripping, you know what I mean? I'm still mad at the backwards compatibility and all you giving us was a fucking mouse. But it's $400, $500. At most, it was $500. You know what I mean? It is what it is, right? Look at it. It's not the fucking top of the tier, but we know they're gonna come out with another system.
More bad news following the Nintendo Direct than all of your party members down the Oregon Trail, suffering from all of those diseases and ailments every time you take 2 steps. Nintendo did an immaculate job of completely wiping their ass with all the goodwill they built up from that fucking Direct. So I want to start with the most infuriating.
Some Nintendo Switch 2 games will be more expensive, and he's probably talking about the physical copies. They're making you pay extra for the physical, not just a little a little tax money. A whole 10 to 20. 20 to 20 to 20.
2 games will be more expensive. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, this probably means they're just going
Just think about this. You are literally coming out with a system, and your system is supposedly being better, right? As far as the process of how they process the game. I think that they make AMD processing type shit. We gonna see. We gonna fucking see. We gonna see.
to be $70. Like all of them across the board going to be $70, which is more expensive. You're wrong. They're actually, in some cases, going to be $80. And not only are the digital downloads of these games going up to $80 in some cases, from what I'm reading, some of the physical copies of these games will be going to $90. Now, what this means is Nintendo's off their fucking gourd. I can't even make this kind of markup in Schedule 1 with my drugs because no one would buy them. Going up to $20 over the normal market value, that's unheard of with Nintendo. They can strong-arm their way and get away with it. And what this means is $80 games, and I guess in some cases $90 physical copies, that's going to become the industry standard. All of the other big players in the industry are going to follow suit. Nintendo has just busted the lid off of $80 as a normal amount to charge for a digital copy of games. That sucks so much shit.
If you buy this game, I will let him finish. I'm probably gonna let him finish a little bit more, but when you try to go see the video yourself, I just wanted to just say my point and also get some other points. Because this is another dude that I watched, an angry dude. And I don't really watch him that much, but I definitely know he's spazzing. I already know he's spazzing. Angry dude, I think his name is Angry Dude, but Angry Man, I don't know. But basically, the main thing is that, why Nintendo? And I think that we already know why. As much as we ask why, we already know why. These people that buy Nintendo Switches, I know people personally that will buy 3 Nintendo Switches, 3 of the same brand. It would be different if you went from Nintendo Mini to the Nintendo Basic to the Nintendo OLED. No, they'll do the same fucking 3. As a matter of fact, they'll do 3 Nintendo Minis, 3 Nintendo OLEDs, and 3 Nintendo Basics. Because you gotta have the limited editions. You know what I mean? You gotta have the one that came with the game pack. You gotta have the one that's basically the Pokemon limited edition. You gotta have the one that's Splatoon limited edition. They know these niggas is doing it. And I remember seeing Austin John say that they're basically helping with the scalpers because if you have I know the niggas gonna try to find a way around that shit, but you have to have at least 12 months of some type of what do you call it? 12 months of a Nintendo Switch Online to basically purchase the game. And then you also have to have at least 60 hours of gameplay on whatever that system is, no matter what game it is, of your last Nintendo Switch, right? Before you can make a purchase, before you're eligible to purchase the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, we're going to see if that somehow deters the scalpers, because this shit is cheap as fuck. This shit is cheap. It's like $499, $500, and that's the shit that came with the game. That's the one that comes with the game. So it's like, niggas do that shit every day, B. Niggas be buying fucking 8 to 10 packs of them motherfuckers like it's easy. Like it's still a 10 pack. Because I can sell that shit for double. Put that shit on eBay, sell that shit for $400. I mean, let's say $400. For $800. Get $400 back. You feel me? $800. Get $300 back, depending on which one you're getting. You know what I mean? It's simple mathematics. But we're not even going to talk about the scalpers, because that's what they said they're deterring. We're not going to say that they're getting rid of them. They're deterring. The part that we know for a fact is going to hurt is these people are going to still buy this shit. They're going to still buy this shit as soon as it comes out because Nintendo knows their fan base. Nintendo knows their fan base so well that they know that they're selling crack to these motherfuckers that know, that know for a fact that they're gonna buy that shit day one. It's like motherfucker that be waiting in the line in the cold for some goddamn Yeezys. For some Yeezys. Y'all different, bro. Y'all some different ass niggas. But I'm gonna let it play for a little bit while.
Hit through a crazy straw. I couldn't even begin to describe how on brand that is Nintendo. Some people are surprised. I was surprised Nintendo didn't do something like this sooner. I have said for so long how out of touch this company is and how anti-consumer Nintendo as a company is.
I mean,
They
yeah.
make great games, bangers, games.
They
that are
do
very
make
special.
great
I find
games.
a lot of them on my shelf.
Yeah.
The company itself is the antithesis of fun and friendly. They are brutal and greedy, and they knew they could get away with this kind of.
Because people are gonna buy it.
And
People are gonna buy it.
get away with it, unfortunately.
People are gonna buy it. People are gonna buy that shit.
And now people are finally starting to see, like, oh no, this company, like, they don't fucking like us. Like, they not really like the consumer.
No, they don't. That's
I
crazy.
feel so vindicated. Like, I feel like, you know, our ancestors way back in the day when that one person spoke up and said, what if instead of eating it raw, we cook our meat?
That's what I fucking felt like when y'all fucking got on me on my last Nintendo Switch video. I said to y'all, bro, this is all they fucking got? This is all they fucking got? That's a problem. For us to be waiting such the rumors about the 4K this and the we can do so much on that and new games this and I just don't understand what y'all niggas see in this company at this point. This promotes more piracy to you motherfuckers. This promotes us getting our downloads off of fucking the download sites. You feel me? And y'all can take them shit down, but it's just like a motherfucking ranch. Just gonna pop one gonna pop back up. And we gonna find them. And we gonna download them. And at this point, it's like you'll be a fucking idiot if you just bought those games. I mean, you'll be a muggle, like a fucking normie. You know what I mean? You could be a normie, you know, buy the fucking $80 games because you don't know how to emulate games and you don't want to learn how to do that basic shit. You know what I mean? Learn how to get an emulator, which you could just download. Learn how to get the ROMs. Learn how to place the fucking BIOS inside of the fucking emulator. If you don't know how to do that shit, it's, what do you call it? The luxury tax? That's your luxury tax. You know what I mean? You don't have the luxury of doing it. You know what I mean? Convenience tax, I guess. You don't have the convenience of that. But they're literally fucking their own people because I'm not who they're really marketing towards. I fuck with Nintendo, but I don't fuck with them that much to buy no $80 fucking game. I don't give a damn. I would not be mad at my mama not ever giving me a Nintendo Switch because I'd be damn. You know when I got my first Nintendo 64? I was like 16, 17 years old. And by that time, they already had the GameCube. You know what I mean? I was like just happy to get a fucking Nintendo 64. I was happy. You know what I mean? I think the first system I got was a Nintendo Game Boy. The Game Boy Color. I love my mom in that game. And it was a heart gold, it was a gold version. Instead of me, I'm getting so wrapped up in the fucking new age, but it was a gold version, original gold version copy. You know what they selling the fucking gold version copies for? 500 fucking bucks. Bucks. I'm still typing I don't have my original shit. But you know what I can do? Emulate that bitch. Get a ROM and have an emulated version of a Game Boy Color on my phone, on my computer, on my iPad, on my MacBook, and just play it off here. Because I'd be damned if I paid $500 for a fucking physical copy. How the fuck is Nintendo making us pay more like they a fucking scalper? That's the most crazy shit. How is Nintendo being the motherfucking scalpers? Why are you making your people pay more for a physical copy for the game? It'd be different if it was a regular price. Maybe. It'd be like, all right, it is what it is. I'll take the $60 compared to paying $50. I'll take that. You're making $90 for people that fuck with y'all. You're fucking them. If you buy this Nintendo Switch, just know that you just gotta be okay with getting fucked. And if you're okay with getting fucked, I can't control what you like, man. That's your sexuality, you feel me? I don't kink shame. You like to get it poked in the booty by Nintendo. It is what it is, man. Go out to, man. You just stay protected, you know what I mean? Stay safe sex. Safe sex. Like that, we gone, man. I'm all fucking dumb as hell, boy. I be damn bun. Hey, goddamn.